First off, how proud are you of the way your team was able to settle in, stay focused, hang in there throughout all 7 of those innings?
So proud. Like when you look at the team coming together, beating Alabama last week, and then having a big challenge with Central Arkansas, two really good pitchers, and then to come up against Cagle, who's a fantastic pitcher as well. And for them getting 2 runs in the top of the first and us to respond like we did to get a run, just excited about that and just stayed really strong. I mean, throughout the game. I mean, it was a 6th inning, I believe, when they got a couple runs, and it's a little frustrating, just thinking that you've struck someone out and you haven't, and then you got to pipe it, and there's such good hitters. And then Cagle felt that in the last inning as well. But it was so fun when you saw, Casey Machado get up, right? And I had told our righty hitters, I said, swing the bat a little bit, the ones in the dugout, to come in for pinch hitting. And when she got up there, her swing is perfect for that drop ball. And she just such a good eye, and then just ripped the ball into left. And it just ignited the team, right? It was just ignited everybody. And then everybody was just so like in control and in command. They were like, wow, they were just, I was really proud of them.
You could tell the power kind of shifted a bit. Very mentally, you could tell the pitcher was kind of thrown off, and I could still hear you say, get out of your head. How much really was it a mental game, and how have they been working on that all season long?
Yeah, this game, they say, is like 80%, 90% mental, right? You get your fundamentals down and you work on your mechanics, but the reality is this is a game like baseball that's surrounded with a lot of what people say are failure. So you have to redefine what success is, and you have to redefine failure. So if in our lives we realize failure is really not learning, like not learning from our mistakes, we're all sinners and fall short of the glory of God, right? So, but if we can learn, repent, and, in a sports game, the verbiage is really to try and cut down on the mental mistakes, the physical mistakes. And you could just see Devin pressing. We have a couple players like Rachel Crane that just, oh my gosh, I want it so bad, and you could, right? You can see, you're watching them, and so that's why I was like, get out of your head. And you could just see this calming, and boy, they just passed the baton, a little saying that we have. And so I was really proud that Devin just remained, calm, and Huddy, I thought Huddy was going to hit a grand slam.
That moment with Rachel Crane, and just to be able to hit that moment, and she said that was one of the best moments she's had in her life. And just as a coach, I mean, when you hear that kind of stuff like that, I mean, that must be very rewarding for you.
Well, I didn't have much to do with it, other than I think just Coach Sammy works really hard with them on offense, teaching them a lot that they never realized how much is involved with it. What's your approach, and, how do you hit certain pitches, things like that. And Coach Sammy's been doing such a great job. And then you've got, Coach Fagan Graham and, Coach Kirby just with pitch calling and working together. And it's really fun, gratifying when you see all the hard work, right? And then it gets to a point where they're playing with such freedom. When you play with freedom, a lot of great things happen.
What kind of confidence do you think a win like this gives your team?
Huge, yeah. Without a doubt. I mean, you started to see us kind of move a little bit. We opened our season against Oklahoma. We only lost 1-0 in the 8th inning, right? International tiebreaker. They have just been pounding people, really. And so it started off there pretty strong. In UCLA, we only lost by 1 run. And Ole Miss, in extra innings with 1 run. And Kansas, extra innings with 1 run. And, so we've been on the other side of it. And so now to see that, wow, we're capitalizing more. We're taking advantage of it. We're not panicking. We're doing what we need to do. That's what you want to do. You want to finish strong. And now's the time, hopefully, they take this momentum going into, the conference tournament after the next 2 weekends. And we have Virginia Tech next week, and they're ranked too. So they're really strong. And then, we just gotta stay together. You play together, great things happen.
Finally, just your team able to rise to the moment, to the occasion. I mean, the sport provides those kinds of opportunities. I mean, what does that say about your team and how ready they are for a situation, an opportunity like this?
Well, it says a lot that they are mentally getting stronger. We talked about that, a little bit, but to get ready for what's ahead of you is to really be in the moment now. right? I heard Rachel Crane get interviewed afterwards, and she was like, the crowd's yelling and everything, and all of a sudden I didn't hear anything. She was in the zone, right? She was one with the ball. And I tell the kids, the softball, it's like Jesus, like keep your eye on Jesus, right? Keep your eyes on the ball, right? But when you play being one with the ball, I tell you, you don't hear all the distractions and even those in your head. And when that happens, you just learn from it and it makes you a better player. So I'm hoping that these wins, especially coming from behind against an All-American and a team that had only had 5 losses all season so far, they better start feeling a lot more confident, because they should.